Good morning. Sweet little group today.
We can just head right into this inner stillness. Just allowing ourselves to take some gentle, calming breaths. And to realize that nothing bad has happened. Because really nothing has happened. So we can just rest here. Calm and safe. Letting ourselves just be present. If something does surface in the mind, we can just hand it over to Holy Spirit. He happily receives everything. Just being present melts away all the hard spots.
And allow every thought to fall away. And we allow the thought of God be the only thought there is. Today's lesson is let not my mind deny the thought of God. Let not my mind deny the thought of God. We count on God and not upon ourselves to give us certainty. And in His name we practice as His word directs we do. His sureness lies beyond our every doubt. His love remains beyond our every fear. The thought of Him is still beyond all dreams and in our minds according to his will. God's sureness lies beyond our every doubt. His love remains beyond our every fear. It's beautiful. That means we can let the fear drop. The doubt can drop. God remains. Love remains. We'll be open up for sharing. If there is anything on your heart.
Yes, good morning. I'm eager to share since you're leaving next week because my heart is pounding. And I think after all these years of unwinding, I know it's the ego's terror of exposing the lie. So I've been experiencing terror all morning, and really being present is really hard, even now as I speak. I seem to have a lot of repressed memories, trauma memories. And the ego has always used that against me by saying, well, the memory is repressed, you believe it's real. I'm like stuck forever until I repress all memories. But now I'm not accepting that premise because I do connect with God. And yesterday I had the most amazing experience in the evening, like the love that God is, the vibration that God is, that is all encompassing all of us. So I feel more, but the more I connect with God, the more the ego says, here's another repressed memory that, I'm going to throw you away. The pattern that I haven't been able to break through, I shared so many times. So there's a guy in front of me and I can't move towards him to fulfill the assignment. And Jesus is making it easier and easier. He brought a much younger, softer guy than the previous one, but it's still the same trauma, the same terror. And as Francois was sharing, I can understand exactly where I give up my power, where my disbelief is. It lies in male torso. That's where my mind think is the power. The power lies. It's it's solid, it's strong, and I'm weak, and it can squash me, and I can't heal that trauma for the life of me. And each time I come close to another body to say a word, to connect, it's the terror, the panic kicks in, and I get stopped so completely. So I just wanted to expose that because I'm really unable to move through it. It feels like I get to a point where, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. There's also the belief I'm the doer, another layer of another problem. But this morning, after all those beautiful experiences yesterday, I had this thought, not in a million years am I going to talk to this guy. Not in a million years. And then I feel the terror. And a part of it is this belief that I lost God, that the trauma or the attack or the rape lost me God, I lost God. There's no God in me anymore, which is what the ego physical attack in the world is designed to do. But I believe it wholeheartedly because this trauma is my path to God, but it's all encompassing. It's encompassing all my life. And now I'm coming to terms that is the path to God, to just stop the grieving, stop.
Yeah. And you were saying that for all your life you can't heal this, but the Holy Spirit can. So that's a good insight. You can't heal it yourself, but the Holy Spirit can and will and must.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
I thought you mentioned the word premise, and premises we make from a hurt, limited mind aren't helpful or real, So this premise of it's danger, there's some danger signal in you when you meet a guy and you feel prompted to talk to him. Danger, danger, danger. But that's a premise coming from the trauma. It's not coming from the spirit. So you can actually invite spirit and say, no, I want to remove this premise and come from your premise, spirit, which is that all is safe. You're with me. And also, I think trauma can make you feel or think that you are forced to do something you don't want to do. And you may think in a very narrow way about men and relationships. But I would like you to open up the blinds and see it more wide. Don't see men, like we talked about, Francois was saying, talking about women and men, but to not even see it as men and women. See it as a being, a way of expanding your mind by connecting. Perhaps it's mainly about talking or sitting together with someone, or just exposing the fear of approaching them.
Exposing it to them or to
them, to the person, that you feel this connection, but you have fear of approaching. Could you have a chat? You could just make it, gentle and
what is this is the slowest part of my mind that is just so stuck in a tiny little, not a tiny massive trauma, but it's a small aspect of me, because there's a massive awareness that I am one with this person, massive, like even in the gym doing exercises. It's like the love is just, the connection is massive. It's like as big as the room itself. So I have awareness of oneness, but then terror of connecting at the physical level, because physiologically I'm feeling the terror now. I'm not going to deny these physiological things because they are the unconscious mind. I deny them at my own peril. That's what I did for years. I spiritualized, I metaphysicalized, I minimized, and now I know, no, the body is the unconscious mind. You deal with it to the bitter end, sadly, and God is underneath it all. And so, the terror kicks in and kicks in and kicks in. So I will, in this meeting, I said to Holy Spirit, I will walk the walk of trust because my life depends on it. I just have to do it. I just have to walk that walk now. So I'm just so exhausted.
It is exhausting to be fearful, but to take Spirit's hand in this, and perhaps
terror is exhausting. Fear is debilitating. It's so debilitating to the mind. Thank you.
But perhaps next time you see the guy, feel, connect with the Holy Spirit. And say, okay, let's go and invite him for a cup of coffee, go and sit down and see if he wants to sit down and have a chat.
It's interesting. I have done that. I invited him for a coffee, but it didn't come from Holy Spirit. It's like the terror was too much for me. I abandoned Holy Spirit. I abandoned myself. And I said, can we have coffee? But because it came from fear, it didn't take traction. It didn't, it didn't respond. And now he seems upset that I'm not coming and I'm not talking to him. I mean, all the signs and symbols that I need to come forth still. So, the ego is complex and I refuse to give in. So, I will walk the walk of trust with the Holy Spirit. I will do it. Thank you.
It's not as tough as it seems.
Sometimes you don't experience that till you've gotten to the other side. That
To
it
the other
starts.
side.
Yeah.
The leap of faith.
Oh,
Until you have done it, you will not.
yes, you don't see it. You trust blindly. I call it blind trust.
Yeah.
It's not blind, but I mean, like, can't see. I'm blind. And it just feels like you're taking a jump in the dark.
But it is all for facing this, Mona. So maybe you will end up asking 10 or 12 guys this year if they want to sit down for coffee with you. And, maybe some of them will, maybe some of them won't. But I feel it is about overcoming this fear of approaching a guy.
It's not general men. It's the minute I like someone, or I think, like with Alistair, I thought I fell in love with him. The minute there's a connection, love or like or strong metaphysical connection, then the terror kicks in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's step by step facing the fear.
Baby steps.
Yeah.
With Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mona.
Yeah. Good to have you with us. This feels like the summer people. Angela, Muna.
The last summer, yeah.
Yeah. Great.
But we're gonna have to go now, and we can be available if somebody wants to talk more. We have our phones on. You can call us on WhatsApp or somewhere. If there is more for any of you, gonna drive. Big hugs to everyone. Thanks for this morning.
Yeah, so much love.
Let not your mind deny the thought of God. Okay. Love you.
Yeah. See you all soon.